Okay, so obviously if you clicked on this video, right, we all know like the Amazing World of Gumball and we all know the tent scene. So I just wonder, as Amazing World of Gumball fans, what do y'all think actually happened? Because honestly, I don't think anything happened. Like, I guess in my mindset, right, like Gumball's Day and Penny, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense for something like this to happen in a kid's show, and I don't think it would be implied like that, but I think it was more so meant to be awkward. But as a Gumball fan, I don't really know all the way. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, whether or not y'all think, you know, it had any implications or not about Gumball. Alright y'all, honestly, we gotta talk about Sakura's worst moment, right? Because even till this day, I still wonder, why did Sakura make this decision? Because it's like, was there no other way that you could truly think to stop Naruto from, like, chasing after Sasuke? Because, like, did you really think that Naruto's whole pursuit, his only pursuit for the man that he loved that much, was over you liking him? Sakura, you're crazy. It's crazy what a thought would do for an emo ninja with brother issues. Okay, pizza people, so memes aside, right? Why did Batman do this? Like, I get Barbara Gordon, right? Going through some stuff mentally, blah, say, blah, and just was needed an outlet. But Batman, he's always going through stuff, but I feel like his moral radar and his, like, older radar should have just told him, like, yo, this probably isn't cool, because it crosses lines on a homie line with my homie Gordon. It crosses lines on, like, a son line with my kids, because, like, Dick, like, fucks with her or whatever. And I just want to know, can any Batman fans please explain in the comment section below? Maybe I just don't understand Batman like how I think I did. Okay, obviously this is like the top 6 runners for cartoon goth girls of all time, right? I gotta go with Gwen, bro. Like, obviously there's a lot of scummy things that she did in Total Drama Island, but some way, somehow, she was the most edgiest, moodiest camper on that island, and she still made it to the final 2. Low-key, Gwen was holding you down, bro. Did you see, like, when she was really messing with Trent at first, she was really holding him down as a shawty, writing him poems, doing the most thing. Honestly, if Trent wasn't a simp, then I feel like she honestly would have stayed with him, and they probably could have taken over the whole game, but that was his fault. These goth girls changed my life, but this one changed the course of history. They're toxic and I love it. Between all of these moments in fiction, which one is sadder? Okay, I'm gonna make this one easy and just go with Zane's, bro. A lot of people be hating on Ninjago just because they're Lego Ninja. If you grew up watching that show season by season, you would know how it felt watching Zane's whole journey, us discovering he's a cyborg ninja, to him eventually sacrificing himself and us thinking he's gone for good. Like, me as a kid, I was bawling, shedding tears. I thought it was over with for the coldest ice ninja in history. Zane's death was the saddest. Okay, so all jokes, all memes aside, who is the actual worst Z fighter? Chiatsu, and he's winning this race by miles. Honestly, this one wasn't even hard for real like that. Once you look past all the Yamcha memes, all the Krillin memes, Chiatsu is actually the worst Z fighter. Like, the one thing he actually did do was in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, when he blew himself up in order to stop Nappa for maybe 5 more extra seconds. Most people that watch the original Dragon Ball don't even speak fondly on Chiatsu like that, bro. Like, I can't even edit a highlight reel onto this video in order to make him look good, bro. Chiatsu is such a nothing Z fighter. This out there, I love every single Teen Titan, but if I had to choose the one that was the worst, it would have to be Raven. Listen, I get it, boo, hate me all you want, right? But Raven, if you go by the stats, she is unpathologically the worst Teen Titan by how much BS she brought to the team. Like, the Trigon stuff alone is enough to justify why I think she's the worst Teen Titan. Her daddy issues led to the whole team getting brainwashed, them having to fight some of their deepest, darkest fears, and everyone being traumatized just to have a group team hug in the end and everybody be sorta okay. This boy's annoying, he had issues with his old team. As far as a distance, she had problems with her home planet. Cyborg is cool. Robin got Batman PTSD. But none of it was hell on earth. I love Raven, but she was low-key BSing with all of that, bro. Okay, I know we love the Powerpuff Girls, but if we had to choose one out of the 3, it is Blossom. Y'all not gonna play with me and sit here and act like she's not the most annoying, the most bossy, the one that just needs to get over herself the most. Yes, Bubbles can be a little bit cringe. Yes, Buttercup can be a little bit mean, but overall it comes out a lot more cute than it does annoying. Blossom is the most annoying Powerpuff Girl. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all, we're all grown up, so which one really was the worst Ninja Turtle? Donnie. I know it's the classic take, but it has to be true. Like, Donnie, out of all the Ninja Turtles, right, he's the nerdiest, but that doesn't necessarily make him the lamest. What makes Donnie lame is the simp behavior that he decides to partake in regarding April O'Neil. Like, it be hurting me every time I gotta see Donnie simp over April for a whole Ninja Turtle series and see her just end up deciding to go with Casey instead, bro. Donnie needs a dub. Plus the fact, I'm sorry, but out of all the weapons, his is just the least cool. It's a stick for real. I do understand that there are Donnie fans, but each of the other turtles just have so much more of a personality that stands out that it attracts you to that one. Mikey, Leonardo, Ralph, they're so much cooler. I love Donnie, but he be going outside. Alright, y'all, I know when we're talking about the worst Hokages, we got the alcoholic, we got the racist, and the one that was friends with Madara. But with all of those things that went wrong, the third Hokage still stands out as one of the worst Hokages. First of all, he was taking the torch from the racist Hokage in the first place. Second, yes, he did make the 3 legendary seinen, but one ended up being a raw-ass Toad Sage that ended up getting packed up by his own students. Second one was Orochimaru, who did so much stuff, including raising Sasuke, who was also a world terror himself. The drunk Tsunade. Also, not enough people talk about how him as the third Hokage low-key let the whole village bully Naruto and let him be an outcast, and had the fourth Hokage's kid drinking spoiled milk and eating messed up ramen. What the hell? Alright, so if we're gonna talk about all of the worst Hashira, and I know they have a lot of fans, it has to be Snake Guy. I'm sorry, but out of all the Demon Slayers, bro, that's just like one of those things that it's like, how did you even get incorporated into the corpse in the first place? Like, what made you be like, I'm gonna take this snake and this is gonna be my element? I know we got sound, I know we got love, but at least they're actually pretty cool. Also, Shinobu, bro, I know there's way too many Shinobu fans to say she's the worst. And honestly, I feel like it's pretty hard for this guy to stand out because once you have like other snake characters in anime like Orochimaru, it's hard to be a cool snake character, bro. Everything that's cool to be done with snakes, he's already done it. And the only saving point for this character is that he's dating a love shawty. That doesn't even hit like that. I don't even tell you what ends up happening to him in the manga, but I just will let you know right now that it's nothing cool enough to make you want to root for this character. Alright, y'all, I'm here to end this debate right now, right? Because I feel like there's honestly been way too much hate on Korra as the worst avatar in the series, when Roku is right there. Like, honestly, Korra did do a lot of stupid stuff. She was a very dumb character, and she was annoying at all times from season 1 through 4. But Roku went out of his way to sell out and end up losing a whole, not just nation, not just tribe, a whole element of people or race. Like, Roku sold the bag harder than anyone else could have in Avatar, bro. You can not like an Avatar, but you can't say she fumbled harder than he did, bro. I don't care. Okay, out of all the Akatsuki members, which one was the worst? Kakazu. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like all of the Akatsuki members aren't cool, right? But if you compare a lot of his accomplishments to everybody else, he was low-key the one that took the biggest L. If you look at the screen right now, every other Akatsuki member achieved something, whether it be getting a tailed beast, impacting the story, or just being so strong that you're raw as hell. Without any flashbacks, he's just the Akatsuki member that was the test dummy for the Rasen Shuriken. Let's be honest. This list is for relevant members only, by the way. Okay, so if we're wondering the worst JoJo's, there's a lot of ways that we can go about this. If we're going by how bad each JoJo messed up, easily Jolene, because I won't spoil what happens, but by the end of her series, she fumbles the bag. But if we're going by overall personality, it has to be my GOAT, the Toxic King, Joseph. He abandoned his kid, he abandoned his wife, cheated on her, then came back into his kid's life as a senile old man who could barely use his stand as well as he did in part 3, and basically a liability. He's the worst JoJo's, but he's still the funniest one to me for that Tommy gun scene. Toxic GOAT Joseph. Honestly, all of the 7 deadly sins are kind of bad people once you really look into it, especially in the manga, but if I had to go with one, it would have to be Bon. It makes it so easy, bro. I'm sorry, but Bon is easily one of the most scummiest characters in 7 deadly sins, bro. From the fact that he's thrown his whole life and his immortality away for a lolly, to the fact that he was willing to kill one of his best, deepest homies over it, bro. Like, I know Meliodas got some dark secrets about his family and some weird feelings with Elizabeth because she's a past life or whatever, and I know the other dude failed at being a fairy king, but Bon, you're just not a good person. Alright, out of every character in this list, who was the biggest simp in fiction? Cody. Bro, I'm sorry, but if you've seen Total Drama Island, Cody was in love with Gwen, bro. And I get it, she's a goth girl, but oh my god. You know how ridiculous it is to simp for a girl so hard that you're willing to help her get with a whole nother dude, only to try to get her bra in return? That's kind of weird. Like, bro, dead serious spent 3 seasons simping for this goth girl that never gave him the time of day all for her to go in. He ran through by his bully. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, he punched Duncan after this, but he still hasn't hit though. It's along with all this though that I can make a whole compilation of Cody just simping for Gwen throughout his whole time in Total Drama Island, bro. Like, it got kind of insane after a certain point, and he had a whole new girl simping for him and he didn't even want her. Wow. Which comic book villain has to go? Honestly, for me, it has to be the Reverse Flash, bro, because I could not stand a villain that would go through the most petty BS to travel through time, all to ruin my life. To be honest, I'm eliminating him based off the fact that I wouldn't want to deal with him. I know Goblin, Joker, and Lex Luthor are all some big ones that are like, yo, hella bad to deal with. The supervillain that has the power to outrun you and travel through time. Like, have y'all seen that meme where he was like, it was me, Barry, I did it all? I won't say how it ends. That's the level of petty that Reverse Flash, Eborthon, no matter what it is, a Flash will have Reverse Flash. That's a petty type of character to just exist. Gotta go. Okay, so out of all these anime villains, which one has to go? One Piece fans, I'm sorry, but Doflamingo has to go. Madara, Cell, Aizen. Those are some of, if not the most legendary anime villains of all time, and they're hella iconic, and when you see them, you know them. But he's just not as iconic as the other 3. Yes, like, his whole arc was responsible for the birth of Gear 4. Aizen and Madara alone are some of the most psychopathic characters to ever touch shonen. Perfect Cell's whole setup, how that led to us getting the legendary moment of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I'm sorry, One Piece fans, but everything else just can't compare. Out of all of these anime fan bases, which one is the most toxic? So this post recently went viral, breaking down every single anime fan base that is the most, like, prominent in toxicity over the years. Even some more recent ones like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. I think more than anything, it just shows that the anime fandom in general overall is a kinda toxic thing. So the reasons on this list for hating the other anime fan bases kinda comes from the fact that you like their show. Maybe this post shows overall that weebs will never respect each other's opinions, and that, honestly, the anime fandom will never find peace. And let's be honest, if you're not a dog barking from Makima, what are you? Alright, it's time to grow up and admit that Finn was a bad boyfriend. From the way that he treated Flame Princess, right? Just from, like, experimenting with his feelings with her and having her fight Ice King over and over just for a dream, to, like, the way that he was kind of immature for a long while after, like, she dumped him and he started treating shawties bad. Like, I get that Jake was defending his boy or whatever, his brother, and telling Princess Bubblegum that she's tweaking for messing with Finn like that, but we have to admit at the end of the day that even though we love Finn so much, he was low-key an F-boy to a lot of these hoes in Adventure Time, bro. He was kind of tweaking. They was baddies. I remember when Teen Titans ended and left us with a cliffhanger and had us begging for a season 6 that we'll never get the answers to. Yeah, I do, and I know what happened to Terra, or I kinda do. Basically, for those that don't know, right, during the events of Teen Titans, like, there was this huge event with Terra and all that, and the Teen Titans were trying to escape from this cave, and Terra basically sacrificed herself in order to make sure that the Teen Titans would escape, and she ended up being stuck in stone as a result of that tragedy. Kind of like one of those things where basically everyone thought she died. So come all the way to the end of the Teen Titans series, right, and all of a sudden Beast Boy sees this girl that looks exactly like Terra at a high school. Spends the whole day trying to follow her around and all that, but she doesn't recognize him at all, and nobody knows whether or not it's actually Terra. So I'm here to tell you it basically is, because in the Teen Titans comics or whatever, her brother showed up and they confirmed that it probably would be, and if it is, this is the happiest she's ever been in high school, so they should probably leave her alone and Beast Boy should do the same. Basically, they agreed to just let her live happily and forget her life as a princess and as a Teen Titan. Okay, so low-key, I don't know if y'all remember this moment, right? But low-key, I don't really think that Vegeta was really wrong at all when he made the actions that he did, bro. It comes to a certain point when a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD from being a failure for a certain extension part of your life, it builds up and you want to be better, you want to achieve more. Even the person who originally made the tweet put it best. He had a lot of trauma that just so happened to reach this boiling point, and it led to Vegeta being like, hey yo, screw all this, I can't let my ones with Goku get like tagged out again. Last time he dipped off for 7 years, this time I'ma get it no matter what. Vegeta's raw and Vegeta's not in the wrong, but he's not right either. I don't care. Okay, there's a whole bunch of deaths in Naruto, obviously, and a lot of them strike me as kind of crazy, but the most messed up / most kind of funny one is, unfortunately, Tsunade's brother. Okay, for those of you that don't remember, right, Tsunade's brother was like this little up-and-coming ninja, and he was really trying his best to get in the field and really try to be, you know, up next and be one of those top ninjas that people would respect around the village. Even doing things like going on dangerous missions, even though Tsunade didn't want him to. So one day he's going on this mission, and Orochimaru just so happens to be there, and Orochimaru sees him running, and he's like, yo, this Naoki guy, he's really pumped, he's going crazy. And then the kid jumps, and the next second you know, he's blown up and the necklace is landing in front of Orochimaru, and he's just shook. Like, it's one of the most funniest and most unexpected deaths in Naruto, because it was like Orochimaru showed compassion for the first time, and then this kid just got his pack put up out of nowhere. Like, it killed the 1 ounce of humanity that we had in Orochimaru. It's crazy. Okay, I can't be the only one who thinks it's insane how Goku, one of the strongest Saiyans of all time, had a heart attack and got smoked by it. Like, what the hell? Listen, I won't be that pizza that gets mad at anime affecting real life, right? But I will say it is kind of ridiculous for Goku of all people to get a heart virus. Like, who gave it to him? Was it like genetic? Or is it coming from, do Goten and Gohan have something to worry about in the future? Like, what was this heart virus and how did he catch it? Because the virus seems so specific that it had to be like something so deadly that it could affect Goku of all people, that it couldn't be healed, like, you know, in a snap, bro. At least in the original timeline that Goku was in, where he actually did get smoked from that heart virus. To the Dragon Ball with Ki, and apparently a lot of people in future Trunks' timeline was able to contract it, but like, how powerful was it? Was this like the COVID of Dragon Ball? Like, this had to be something crazy. I don't know. Okay, so obviously if you clicked on this video, right, we all know like the Amazing World of Gumball, and we all know the tent scene. So I just wonder, as Amazing World of Gumball fans, what do y'all think actually happened? Because honestly, I don't think anything happened. Like, I guess in my mindset, right, like Gumball's Day and Penny, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense for something like this to happen in a kid's show, and I don't think it would be implied like that, but I think it was more so meant to be awkward. But as a Gumball fan, I don't really know all the way. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, whether or not y'all think, you know, it had any implications or not about Gumball. Okay, so I got a question for y'all, right? Is this the most toxic couple in anime? I'm talking Sasuke and Sakura, because I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else, but this couple does not make that much sense to me, because they went through the highs, the lows, everything above and beyond that, yet Sakura still followed this man through his emo phase, through his stabbing her in the chest phase, through his wanting to blow up her village phase. I don't know why, I don't know how. She has a baby by him, and she let him go travel the world, and he doesn't even have to raise his kid. He barely even knew his kid when he pulled up on him. Okay, so out of these 4 characters, which of them do you truly think are more iconic and more well-known than Luffy from One Piece? Naruto got it, Goku got it, Pikachu got it. I know nothing about Doraemon, so I can't really say much. Now, that's not to just say that like One Piece isn't catching up or getting close to any of this status, because One Piece fans are very loud. One Piece fans will make sure that you know who Luffy and the whole crew is, but for those first 3 anime I named to be popular internationally and locally in Japan, it's more than it needs to. I easily grew up people pretending to hit me with a Kamehameha, Rasengan, Shadow Clone Jutsu, or hell, even a Thunderbolt sometimes. My parents can even name Pikachu, Naruto, and Goku. One Piece is probably #1 in Japan, but over here and everywhere else, they got it. Okay, so this easily goes beyond him being the worst dad, beyond him being the worst person. This character should not exist, because do you know how terrible and unmistakable of a decision that this character made, bro? Like, what made him truly think that if he combined his daughter with his dog, that they was gonna give him back his alchemy, like license and permissions or whatever, and he was gonna get clouded up? Bro, you are a psychopath. Like, I get that's a part of his character or whatever, but what was the A plus B equals C logic there, people? Make it make sense. Alright, it's easy to choose which cartoon duo is the best, but which one is the worst slash most toxic? It's probably between Regular Show and Rick and Morty, but I'm going with Regular Show purely because at least Rick and Morty are family. Like, I love Mordecai and Rigby. They're undeniably have some of the best cartoon chemistry slash duo moments of all time. First of all, on Rigby's side, right? I don't see anybody that I call my brother slash my best friend. I can't see myself like denying them college entry just because I don't want to get left behind in life because I'm mid. Like, I know Rigby did a lot to progress past it slash make it right, but oh my god, dude. On Mordecai's side, right, we can't act like for a majority of Mordecai and Rigby's friendship, it's a lot of Mordecai looking down on Rigby and almost putting down Rigby in order to make himself feel better. He has such low self-esteem that he killed Rigby over this girl, bro. Like, what the hell? This duo is iconic, but we can't say they're not toxic.
Shut it